morning, everybody, and welcome to another Jubilant Saturday. And the weekend is here once again. Okay. Sorry about that. That's up on the screen. Oh, that's forgive me. IRL, it's still Friday evening right now. I just recently got the evening video, the turning point video done and put up about an hour ago, or somewhat an hour ago. It's almost been an hour since I got it put up. But I hope everybody enjoyed it. Is ready for another Saturday, another Jubilant Saturday here in this world. God has given us a new day to start. If God woke you up today and you're grateful for another day to walk this earth, smash that like button. Comment what you're grateful for or thankful for today for Saturday, November the 13th. This is your episode 35, 37, or 38. I'm not sure. Hang on just a second. Let me look. Just give me just a second. Oops! I'm hoping you're still seeing me. 537. Okay, that's what that's going to be. Okay. 537. Okay. I hope you were still seeing me, because I lost my screen got taken off, but I guess it's still going. So as long as you were hearing me, I guess you were seeing me. I'll have to watch the first few minutes of this to make sure it didn't mess up, but it's still recording. So, but today is part 1 of 537. And this is your Days of Praise passage. We're going to be learning by keeping the law. Starting with James 2, verse 10. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, click notifications. Share the video with your family and friends and help me reach that goal of 1,000 subscribers, which, by the way, if you don't know, I'm already up to 7 subscribers. So I just wanted to reiterate that. I didn't say nothing about that in last night's turning point, but there will, the turning point, there will not be a turning point today, anytime today or tomorrow, because I don't have the book, so I can't do the weekend thing like I wanted to. But I am going to sometime today. I know it's not as bad to do customer service on the weekends, but I have an 800 number in the back of the October book, right at the last page. There's a number that says order resources and other stuff. I'm going to call that one and see if I can find out why I don't have my book yet. So maybe I'll get the right person to answer my question. Never hurts to find out what's wrong. So I should have done this the first part of the week. I'm going to have it by the weekend, but I didn't. We didn't get email IRL yesterday because of Veterans Day, and this is Friday evening, so we didn't get email yesterday, but we got some today. But I got something from a ministry, but it wasn't the turning point. So, but keeping the law. James 2:10 says, "For whosoever shall keep the whole law, and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all." So the law of God, centered in the 10 Commandments, is holy and just and good, as it says in Romans 7:12, and expresses the perfectly perfectly the will of God for holy living. And Galatians 3:12 says, the man that doeth them shall live in them. Amen? Alright, hair. Quit waving at me. Got a little sprig of hair I saw just a second ago. Oh. But the problem is that no man could possibly do them all. Excuse me, sorry about that. I just spent a few minutes tiring trying to find a link to get to a football score for my high school in Georgia, which they went to they got to go to the playoffs this week. They started their playoffs this week, just like the Florida has. And my high school made it to the first round. Well, they won't be making it no further. They got beat. I think it was 62-7. And the 7 come up in the fourth quarter. The only score they got. I was like, come on. Why'd we get spanked that hard? Why couldn't we have made it at least made it a game? Because my team was scoreless in all 3 quarters. And in the fourth quarter gets a touchdown. Now wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. There should be more score on our side. That team wasn't that strong. I seemed like the last year I was in school, and we went the fall of my senior year when we went to the playoffs. There again, we had to come all the way where we were in there between Macon and Savannah was where in Lawrence County, in Dublin, East Dublin, and our school is East Lawrence, and we had to go from there all the way down almost to the Georgia-Florida state line to where a team that we got lined up with. Well, we were about in the same boat as we were tonight. We were 4th in our region, so we had to go face a number 1 ranked team. So that's how they do it. They put the higher ranking team against the lower ranking team in the first round, and then they put the next higher rank against the next lower rank. So that's the way they do it. And in each class or region, however you want to, each division or whatever, they do that. They put a number 1 rank against the number 4 rank, is which way Georgia does. They take the top 4 teams from each region and move them on to the first round. And if you're ranked 4 and you can get on to the next round, you go on to whoever the next higher ranking team in your division is. Whichever higher up made it to that next round for you to face, that's the way you do it. But they're not going on just like they did that year when we come down to the state line. When that team we faced there, oh my God, they walked all over us. It was like they were a pro team instead of a high school team. That's just the way they look like. And I guess this one was almost the same way. But it is what it is. We ain't got nothing to help. East Lawrence doesn't have nothing to hold their heads about. So sorry, I've been rambling and it's almost 10 minutes in the thing and I ain't got the dagger book done yet. I ain't got the page done. I'm just sitting there rambling. I'm sorry about that. I was just telling you why I was tiresome trying to find a link to get to the link. I thought the game was still going on, but come to find out the game was already over, and that's why I couldn't get it to go to any highlights or anything. So, oh well. Try again next year. Maybe 22 will be our year. Maybe 2022 will be our year. I just wish my high school can win one state championship. And if we make it all the way to the state title game, I'm gonna drop everything I do and make it. I'll have to go wherever they do the playoffs. I'll have to make sure that I drop everything and make plans to be there when they do. Because I'm going to be there supporting my team. I'm a Falcon through and through. I'm a Gator through and through for Florida. But I'm loyal to my high school. Just as a lot of other people are. They're loyal for their high schools. But I'm a black and gold, orange and blue, red-blooded American. Put it to you that way. But let's get back to it. Sorry for rambling so long. But the problem is that no man can possibly do them all. He must keep up the commandments most of the time, but he will inevitably fail in some of them some of the time. Since the law was a divine unit, breaking any commandment, as our verse reminds us, breaks the whole law, bringing the guilty one under God's curse of death. In verse 10 of Galatians 3, cursed is everyone that continueth not in all things which are written in the book of the law to do them. In Romans 3:20, therefore by the deeds of the law there shall no flesh be justified in his sight. So all men having sinned against God's law are therefore lost and in urgent need of salvation. This is where God's wonderful grace comes in. Romans 3:21 and 22. But now the righteousness of God without the law was manifested, even the righteousness which is by the faith of Jesus Christ unto all and upon all them that believe. And you know the verse Romans 3:23. For all have sinned and fallen short of the glory and come short of the glory of God. That's the next verse after 21 and 22. Galatians 3:13 says, Christ hath redeemed us from the curse of the law, being made a curse for us. So he kept the law for us and bore its curse for us. Thus we are saved through trusting him. So what shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? God forbid. Romans 6:1 and 2. Now we desire to keep his commandments because we love him. Excuse me. Okay. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. 1 John 5:3. So we are now able to keep them because the Spirit now lives in us, and we are, Ephesians 3:16, strengthened with might by his Spirit in the inner man. And I believe that might be one of those 3:16s. Strengthened with might by his Spirit in the inner man. Amen. That is keeping the law. Coming up in your Sunday Days of Praise Part 1, Episode 538, Part 1, for Sunday, November 14th, we're going to have the Marvel of Design. It's another Dove series video, number 40. And we're going to begin with that one. We'll begin with Genesis 43:33. And coming up later today, around 5 o'clock, we're going to be talking about nothing to separate in our daily bread passage for part 2 of episode 537. And nothing can separate from Yohana Ang. Yohanaang. Ang. So that consists from Romans 8:31 to 39, which is a good read, so you should read that passage. But with that said, I love you and I appreciate. Thanks for watching. Sorry for the long little rambling session I had. Sometimes I get lost in train of thought and I get off my subject. So I'm sorry about that. But I still hope you enjoy it. And I was trying to explain why I was a little bit tired trying to do the video. But keep on keeping on and trusting God. He'll keep you safe in all you say and do. And until later this afternoon, peace out. Until then. Goodbye. God bless. Have a wonderful rest of your Jubilant Saturday. And come back this evening, later this afternoon, for part 2. And nothing can separate. So, I'll see you then. And goodbye.